Welcome back to the channel and thank you for tuning into a new video. I do really appreciate it, and if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe down below. Also leave a like rating and leave a comment on any new future video ideas that you guys do want to see. So today I'm going to be recapping the UFC Vancouver fight night that took place this Saturday. It was a night of upsets, there was a night of high drama and high caliber fighting too. The main event was a real surprise for me. We saw Brendan Allen defeat Reiner de Ridder. RDR was out grappled. He tried playing jiu-jitsu and he was happy to be on the bottom of Allen during the whole fight. He used good judo throws and trips in round 1. However, going into rounds 2, 3 and 4, he showed real signs of fatigue and his cardio just wasn't there. And in the 4th round, when he went back to his stool, he was on the floor and he needed around 10-15 seconds just to get to his feet, never mind get any advice from his corner going into the last round. And that's where RDR's coach actually handed the towel in and called the fight there, because he didn't want to see his guy get finished in the last round. And I've got to say, hats off to Brendan Allen. I did not expect that victory from him. He was a big underdog coming into this match, and for example, £100 on Brendan Allen to win that, which he did, would have returned around £270. So you can't always trust the bookies with these UFC fights. I know RDR did seem like a clear lock going into the match. However, one thing you have to take into account is RDR's activity, and this was his 5th fight in 11 months. And if you're not familiar with the fighting game, these fighters cut around 20 to 30 pounds per fight. So you imagine if you're doing that over and over again for pretty much every other month of the past year of your life, it's definitely going to play a factor into your cardio level and your fatigue going into your fights. And Brendan Allen, he had one fight which was early this year in July against Marvin Vettori, and obviously RDR just went through that 5-round war with Whittaker just a couple months ago in August, and to do the quick turnaround in October for this main event just didn't work out in his favor. And to see him quit on the stool was really quite shocking to see. I've personally never seen that before in a UFC fight. I always assign the UFC with professional high-level fighters, and to see the top 5 guy in the world, he was ranked 4 before this fight. He will be dropped over the next coming weeks when more fights do take place. However, it just was really surprising to see RDR quit on the stool. And I know he made a couple tweets saying that he had norovirus and that he broke his hand in round 1 against Allen, and that obviously played a huge factor going into the match. Brendan Allen looked crisp. He lost the first round. He got 10-9 in the first round. However, he didn't lose his composure. He stuck to the game plan, and I heard his post-fight interview yesterday that he did as soon as he won the match, and he said in round 1 he was losing. However, his opponent RDR was just using all of his power in his legs, and Allen knew that RDR wouldn't be able to do this throughout the duration of the whole 5 rounds, because there is a huge difference between a normal co-main event or a normal fight being 3 rounds and a main event being 5 rounds. It's a lot of extra time you have to add up, and Brendan Allen has been in the UFC for over a decade, so he's definitely not a rookie or a newbie in the UFC. I know RDR has fought the higher caliber. However, RDR, he's basically just got too much mileage on him. What I think would be best for someone like that would be to have a good 4 or 5, 6 months even, just off resting and recovering and getting your body back to his peak performance, and then maybe going again next year in February. In terms of what's next for Khamzat Chimaev, I can't see Brendan Allen causing much issues to Khamzat, and I think Allen knows that himself, because even when he won that match and his adrenaline was as high as it could be after basically finishing your opponent. He called out Khamzat, but he also called out Dricus du Plessis, who lost the belt to Khamzat just a few months ago in Chicago. I feel like this could be a great opportunity for DDP to put a good performance against Brendan Allen. I do believe DDP would finish Brendan Allen, and there is levels to the game. And that brings me on to the next point with the champion, Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev is the best in his division by a good 5 or 6 levels, and I would rate the contenders in that division 3 stars, and I would rate Khamzat 5 stars. I believe what's next for Khamzat would be a move up to light heavy and to take on Alex Pereira for the double champ, or what I would love to see would be Islam Makhachev beating Jack Della Maddalena in November and then calling up Khamzat. That fight would be incredible. I think if not for Makhachev and Alex Pereira, no one else around that area will be able to cause Khamzat Chimaev any issues at all. Khamzat Chimaev's grappling is just on another level, and he showed this against DDP. He put him in the crucify position around 5 or 6 times, and his control time during the fight was around 10-15 minutes, which is just unheard of to do in a championship fight. And I do think it was a big win for Brendan Allen, and hats off to him for the performance. However, what's next for him? I could see DDP. I know Sean Strickland has had history with Allen, and Sean Strickland actually knocked out Brendan Allen, so I won't be surprised if he would want to run that one back. I know I did predict RDR, so I was slightly wrong with my prediction, and it turned out that he was dealing with a virus in fight week, and he was basically overtrained going into this. Brendan Allen was the fresher fighter, and he looked a lot better. Also, Ayman Zahabi beat Chito Vera. Chito Vera claimed it was a robbery. However, I watched the fight and I just thought he was really slow to start, and he was slow to hit the gas in the fight, and he looked a bit hesitant going into this fight. So I do think Zahabi was the rightful winner. And obviously this weekend, UFC 321 is a big one for the UK fans, because we finally get to see Tom Aspinall back in the cage, and he's taking on Cyril Gane for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. I will be making some more content along the week building up to the fight week. We've also got Umar Nurmagomedov taking on Mario Bautista on that same card, so there is some high level content to look forward to in the next couple of weeks or so. And yeah man, hats off to Brendan Allen. I thought he executed his game plan perfectly. He had Bilal Muhammad in his corner, so he had a understanding of where the grappling would go, and he is a BJJ black belt himself, so you know, hats off to Brendan Allen. I don't think he's ready for Khamzat. I think he'll take on a contender next, like DDP or Strickland, or maybe even Nasruddin Imavov, and that would definitely be a great fight to watch. So yeah man, thanks for watching the video. If you are new around here, please do subscribe, leave a like rating down below, and comment any video ideas you do want to see, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.